What's going on, everyone? I am the OPJellicent, and we are back here on Pokemon Showdown today. We're going to be using this Mewnium Z Mew team, which is actually a variation of a team that I've used in the past, which was my Mega Aerodactyl Hyper Offense, which we did peak top 10 with in the ladder, but we have a couple things changed. The Mew set's the exact same, Nasty Plot Rock Polish Psychic with the Mewnium Z, and Fire Blast just to hit Scissor, Ferrothorn, and Kartana. Other than that, we have Mega Aerodactyl right here, same set as well, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Ice Fang, and Aerial Ace. I have to go for Ice Fang on this team just because I feel as though Scarf, Lando, and Zygarde are much bigger threats than Scissor and Ferrothorn and Kartana, just because we have Fire Blast on Mew. Other than that, Specs Ash Greninja. Have Spikes on here over Ice Beam just because it's a really good mid-ground play in case people want to go Tangrowth. Defensive Landorus-T, I put Knockoff on this instead of Defog because this team has a ton of trouble with breaking through Chansey, so if you can knock off that Violet, that can actually be very useful. AV Magearna switches into opposing Ash Greninja, and then we actually made the Defogger Tapu Koko this time because we took the Defog off of our Lando. So that is going to be the team. It'll be down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me. If you're excited, be sure to go ahead and hit that like button down below, and I'll be right back with our first match. Alright, we got our first match right here, and this guy does not appreciate Mew at all. If we can get to +2, it pretty much wins the game, since under Psychic Terrain, Mega Medicham cannot click Fake Out or Bullet Punch against us, but I think I want to try to get up rocks early, so I'm actually going to go ahead and lead off here with my Landorus. He ends up leading off with his Medicham, and since I know we take an Ice Punch, and I don't actually need Landorus healthy for anything, other than maybe Kartana, I'm going to go ahead and go for the rocks right here. If he clicks Ice Punch, I know we live it, and if he goes for Fake Out, then we do get Rocky Helmet damage off, and we're still out of range of an Ice Punch, so I'm going to go right here for the rocks anyway. He's going to go right here into his Landorus-T. I might just go right here for Knockoff because I'm expecting rocks of his own, yeah. And we can go ahead and scout the set. That's definitely defensive. Oh, it's actually a Z move. What Z move would he be on? Because that definitely did... I was going to say, why did it do so little? Because we didn't knock off an item. So this is pretty tricky. We saw that we were faster. No, he saw that he was faster. So I'm going to go right here for the U-turn. He's going to go for Flanium. So Supersonic Sky Strike, yeah, that does quite a bit, but thankfully we still have preserved Intimidate for the Kartana in case we need it. And now I can actually go out into my Mew right here, I think, and get up a Rock Polish. That's definitely looking like a nice play right now, because he already burned his Z move, so we can take him on. I'm going to go right here for Rock Polish. And then maybe this thing has Toxic, but if he clicks Toxic against me, he's actually Toxic-ing himself too. So now I can go for Nasty Plot, and then I'll fire off my Genesis Supernova, hoping we just see Scald or Earth Power or Earthquake. He probably did not expect me to be an offensive set right here, but we get our Nasty Plot off. Just goes for Earthquake, which is totally cool. Am I willing to just click Nasty Plot again? I think I am. Yeah, I'm just going to click Nasty Plot. Goes right for Scald, so he really wanted the burn right there. And now I just fire off Genesis Supernova to make sure that Medicham cannot Fake Out me, and I'm pretty sure this just wins. Because he goes Kartana, this is not living a... First of all, faster, and it's not living a +4 Psychic under Terrain. No way. So Mew's putting work right away, and he just goes ahead and forfeits the match. So yeah, this guy's team was eaten by Mew, so I'm not sure what exactly his thought process was on building, but I'm glad we went ahead and won that right there. Go ahead and drop a GG in chat, and I'll be right back with the second match. Alright, we got a second battle right here. Mew putting in work right away, and that first one is always nice, but we have to weaken Greninja this time if we want our Mew to sweep, since we do not have Aura Sphere. Speaking of that last battle, I'm not sure why that guy didn't go Celesteela to live an Aura Sphere, or go off a Fire Blast miss, but anyway, glad we won that one, and pretty much, if we can get up Spikes, it's gonna be tricky to get up Spikes though, because if I click Spikes, he goes hard Toxic Spikes and gets up his own Toxic Spikes, which I think is more annoying than me having Spikes up on his side of the field. I'm gonna go ahead and lead off here with my Mega Aerodactyl. He leads off with the Greninja. I'm not risking this, I don't want to take Water Shurikens. We'll scout his set right here by going Magearna if he's Protean or Battle Bond. If he was Protean, I think he would have to be female. No, he's Protean, so... I'm pretty sure if he's female, then he can't be Battle Bond, is how it works. So what I'm going to do right here is just go right for a Volt Switch on either Toxapex or Clefable. He actually went Garchomp. I nearly Flare Cannon, but I don't think that's a play ever. I'm going to go Lando now, just because Lando doesn't actually need health or anything. It's walled by Rotom. Goes for Swords Dance, so I'm assuming this is Dragonium. I'm just going to get up rocks. So he does go for Dragonium. We might live this. No, we actually don't. That's unfortunate, but I'll just go green now. And just go ahead and click Spikes, because I think you go Toxapex right here. Yeah, and like I said, he's probably going to get up a T-Spike right now, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to go Mew, just because I don't want him to have... If he has Toxic, that would be a little bit more annoying. Actually goes Rotom to try to defog my Spike away, so this is fine with me. I'm just going to go ahead and Rock Polish right here. He goes for Defog, now I just Nasty Plot up. The problem is we still don't have damage on Gren, so if he goes hard Gren right now, this could be tricky. I wish I had Aura Sphere in this scenario, but it's always a 50... Like, it's kind of a 50-50 whether you put Aura Sphere or... a Fire Blast on there. He goes out into Toxapex. Very surprised. I'm going to Nasty Plot again. He goes out into the Greninja, so he wanted to scout for my Z move. And now I just click Fire Blast and take whatever damage I can get on it. We do 83%, or just short of the KO, but since he's Protean, he probably doesn't knock us out with that, yeah. And we're at +3 now, so he does not deal with this well. And we're at +2 speed, so we definitely knock out any Scarf Chomp, which we already saw set anyway. I'm going to go right here for the Genesis Supernova to knock him out. This will definitely knock him out, and now we're +3 under terrain, so it's going to come down to whether he's, I guess, unaware Clefable. What are you doing? You can't, he's going off my miss, which we do miss. That really sucks. And he goes for U-turn to knock me out. Had we hit that and he was not unaware Clefable, we would have just won. So that's unfortunate. How do I go for game now? I guess with Mega Aerodactyl. But that miss really sucks because I just clicked Psychic through the rest of his team because he couldn't click Shuriken because of the... Well, first of all, he's Protean, and even if he had Shuriken, then he couldn't click it under Psychic Terrain, so... Sucks, but we gotta move past that and try to win with our other mons. Magnet Coco should be able to break through the Clefable. He's deciding on what he wants to go out into right now. I would go probably... Well, he saw that I spiked up on Guard Chomp, so he might expect me to not have Ice Beam now, which I don't. I don't know, this is gonna be really tricky. I was really banking on Mew doing a lot more work right there. He goes out into Latias, so that's probably a good play. I'll go right here into my... probably Tapu Koko or Magearna. I'll go Greninja though, just because I think I need to play off some luck now. I'm going to double out into Tapu Koko on the Toxapex. He actually just Mega Evolved and Calm Minded. Alright, I'm just going to Volt. I don't get that play, but maybe he's just mono stored power and he doesn't have coverage for me. Goes for Calm Mind again. I think we need 1 flinch, which we kind of deserve right now. I'm going to go for Dark Pulse. We actually need 2 flinches. He gets up another Calm Mind. The thing is, if we flinch or crit at any point, we... Come on, just flinch Greninja. We do flinch. Can we get a roll too? That would be great. Flinch. Yep. Okay, cool. So that was definitely deserved hacks because I would have completely torn him apart with my Mew. We get off some damage on Toxapex. He's going to get leftovers recovery. Now he's going to probably get up a Toxic Spike. I'm going to go here into my Magearna just because... in case he had Toxic and not Toxic Spikes, I wanted to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and Volt Switch out. Yeah. And am I willing to let Coco get poisoned this early? Coco's kind of my win condition, so no. I'm going to go here into my Mega Aerodactyl. And I'm going to try to go for game with Coco at the end. So he gets up 2 Toxic Spikes, so that's probably more annoying than 1. I'm going to go right here for the Earthquake. Goes right back to Lottie. I'm just going to Aerial Ace this to knock it out. And then let's see what he wants to respond with after. So we do get rid of that, which is cool. And he might just go back to Toxapex. He goes Grand, so this probably is Scarf. Did he expect Scarf Grand to outspeed my Mew? I'm going to Aerial Ace, so does Scarf. And let's see what he wants to bring in now. Hopefully Aerial Ace plus Stone Edge can pick up the knockout on Clefable. Yeah, let's go Clef. That is a bit. I don't think it's enough for Stone Edge. And we see leftovers. I'm going to go ahead and click Stone Edge anyway. It does a high crit ratio move. We unfortunately don't get it. He clicked Moonblast though, so maybe if we can get a super high roll right here. Or a crit. That was a higher roll, but he went for Soft Boiled. Alright, so I'm going to go into my Magearna now. Just click Soft Boiled again, and I'll just go ahead and go here right for the... Actually, Magearna might be able to solo the rest of his team after we get rid of... No, we can't deal with Toxapex though, that's the thing. I'm gonna Iron Head. He starts Calm Minding up. Okay, so now we have to make a play. I'm gonna Volt. This goes for Flamethrower, so we get some damage off. And I guess I gotta go for the Aerodactyl crit. I'm gonna go right here for the Stone Edge. We miss it. Yeah, this isn't happening. I need to get double crits right now. He actually just crits through me. I don't think it mattered. Do I have a way of breaking through this? Maybe a T-Bolt crit? If we actually crit T-Bolt right here, I'm pretty sure we just sweep through the rest of his team. So, do you want to crit Tapu Koko? We don't. Goes right for Soft Boiled. You want to crit now? Nope. If we crit now, then maybe. We need 1 crit and enough turns. Which, I'm actually just going to defog and try to go for game with the Gren now. So, I'm just going to T-Bolt right here. And we're going to see how many flinches we can get. I think, yeah. We're going to Dark Pulse. We got 1. He's actually gaining... Yeah, that's not happening. He was getting too much recovery from leftovers. And I'm just going to go ahead and forfeit right there. So we were definitely kind of robbed of that match because Mew should have gotten like 3 more kills after. And then we could have just cleaned up with probably Aerodactyl or Tapu Koko. But it is what it is. That's Mons. And I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we are back. It's going to be a lot harder for Mew to do work this time because he has an Alolan Muck, Tyranitar, which you don't have coverage for, and a Greninja. And probably a V-Tangrowth too. But what I'm going to try to do to bait the rock, to try to get my rocks up, is I'm going to bait the Muck by leading off here with my Mew. He leads off right with the Tapu Koko, so I'm hoping he tries to go for Volt Switch right here over the U-turn, and I go right into my Landorus. Even if he goes for U-turn, he still takes Rocky Helmet damage. I don't think HP Ice is your play right here. So he goes right for Volt Switch, and I'm just going to get up rocks now. Hopefully he's somehow locked into that, and we get up rocks. So he does go hard Gran. Have AV Magearna pretty much designed to counter this, so I'm going to go out into that right now. He might double out into maybe Tyranitar to get up his own. This gets up a Toxic Spike. That's interesting. Toxic Spike's actually kind of annoying. I'm gonna Volt though, just because it's under electric terrain. And yeah, I figured he wanted to try to go Tyranitar to get up a rock. So this is still gonna do like nothing because it's Tyranitar. It's not Assault Vest Tar, which is good. But this is one of the mons that any damage off form for my Mew. But honestly, I don't think Mew is the win con. Aerodactyl definitely is. So, and Aerodactyl is immune to T-Spike, which is really nice. I'm gonna go here into my Gren. And I don't think he should stay in right here, but on the off chance he wants to, I think I'll just click Surf. I'm just gonna Surf right here because even if he goes Tangrowth, we deal with it. There's Tangrowth. I want it to Spike, but it's fine. Go ahead and just get a bit of damage off right now. If he switches out, he'll get all of that back, but we're going to take some more toxic damage, which is totally fine. I'm pretty sure with just one T-Spike, he's doing 12 every turn. He's probably going to go right here for the Giga... He's probably going to go for Knockoff, if I had to guess. I'm going to go Mew to capitalize on that, because we'll take a Knockoff. Actually, just doubled out. I wish I had Aura Sphere, because he's going to get up rocks now. I nearly just stayed in and sacked Gran too, but that would never be the play. I'm going to switch out. I mean, actually, do I want to switch out? Because he's probably going to Pursuit Trap me, if I had to guess. I'm going to Fire Blast for damage. He's probably just going to get up rocks first. We actually burned through him if he does get up the rocks, which is... I need to defog for my Aerodactyl eventually, because that's what I'm going for game with. So I'm going to Fire Blast right here, I think. Or I can just go Lando, because Lando is immune to the T-Spec too. So I'm assuming he would try to Crunch. Oh, he actually doubles to Gran. So I guess he was letting this thing take Fire Blast damage, which is an interesting choice. I'm going to go back to Magearna right now. He goes for Protean U-turn, good play, but he just goes for Ice Beam. Please don't freeze. He does not freeze me. And I'm just going to go right here for Flare Cannon, I think. Or Volt Switch, just because he's probably going to go back to Muck or Tyranitar. I would definitely go Tyranitar right here, which he's going to do because it's burned. And what I'm actually going to do now is get rid of the hazards, because the way this will work is I can actually just defog right here, and then he might spam rocks, but I really don't think you click rocks right here, you click your attack. Well, actually, this is better, because I can defog, and if he expects defog Coco and rocks us up again, then that would be a pretty good play, but I wouldn't expect that. He does go right for Ice Beam, so our Rocker's still alive and his is gone, which is, I think, the important thing. I'm assuming he'll just click Pursuit. I'll try to Volt. He might just go for Shadow Sneak too. So we do get our Volt Switch off successfully, and let's see if he tried to Pursuit me. He did. And pretty much this gives me what I wanted, which was my Landorus. I can go ahead and get up rocks again. And pretty much we have rocks up now, and he can't get his back up. And Mega Aerodactyl is definitely looking like it's in a good winning position. If I can get up the Psychic Terrain with my Mew, and then get an Aerodactyl to prevent it from getting my Aerodactyl from getting water Shuriken, that's definitely looking good. I need to scout for whether it's Scarf Coco or Zygarde, though. He goes out into Zygarde. Does this thing... no, Mew should be able to take a hit, I think. I'm gonna U-turn. He might expect HP Ice, I'm not sure. He just goes for 1,000 arrows, which is probably better, because we get off some U-turn damage, which probably puts it in range of Ice Fang from my Aerodactyl. But I'm actually gonna go out here into my Mew, and I'm gonna try to get what do I want to do right here? He's gonna go probably back to Muck, if I have to guess. I'm gonna click it anyway, just because in case he wants to choke and stay in. I just want to get this damage off, because this is definitely one of his win conditions. So I need to get an Aerodactyl and clean soon. So he does stay in. Not sure why, but this should knock him out, or at least do a ton. Gets his Aguav Berry. Let's see what he tried to click. Quick Substitute. That's fine because I break it. Unfortunately, he's gonna be wasting my Psychic Terrain turns, which I'm not very happy about. But after he goes for Dragon Dance, I'm pretty sure Landorus should be able to eat one and put him in range of Shuriken. So we're gonna go Lando, which should yeah, get rid of the thing right there. I'm gonna go for Earthquake, and pretty much it'll put him in range of Shuriken no matter what. And if he tries to substitute right here, assuming he gets it up, he actually just switches out. So this is good damage from Aerodactyl too, because I don't know how much area this is doing. I'm gonna knock off the Assault Vest because we tech it and I want to click it. And honestly, I don't need help on Landorus. So we do get rid of the Assault Vest. This goes for a knockoff of his own to get rid of my Rocky Helmet. And now this thing is super weakened, so I can go ahead and U-turn out now. And I'm just gonna bring in my Aerodactyl and go for game. Because he actually goes out into Tapu Koko. I don't know what this is yet, so I'm gonna go here into my Magearna. If it's Scarf, I don't want to sack my win condition. How much damage did we get off on Muck earlier? 71. That should be in range of Earthquake after rocks. I think so. I'm gonna go right here for the Volt Switch. He's probably just gonna go out into his Tangrowth if I had to guess, which will give me my Aerodactyl. Actually goes Zygarde. I'm gonna Flare Cannon because I want to get in this Aerodactyl now. And I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve, and do I have to? I'm assuming I have to Ice Fang. Zygarde's defense is like base 120 something, so we should be able to win the match now, I think. because we do connect, thank you, because if we missed that, we would have just lost right there. I'm curious as to whether he goes out into Coco right here, or Gren. Goes Coco, so this is probably Scarf Coco, which is unfortunate. I'm going to go here into my Landorus. He goes right for the Thunderbolt. I'm just going to U-turn. If he's not Scarf, then that's good for my Aerodactyl anyway. So yeah, it's definitely Scarf, and I'm going to go right back here into my Aerodactyl. Go ahead and click that Aerial Ace just to knock him out. Aerial Ace should knock out Gren, and we got a good cycle going on right here, which is pretty much what I'm going for. How much, I need to calc eventually how much that actually lived, but he just gave me damage off on it, so I'm going to go right here into my Landorus. Actually, no, I need Landorus healthy, because if it is Scarf Coco, I lose to Scarf T-Bolt, so I'm going to go here into my Gren, actually. The thing is, this cannot switch into rocks again. And if it's not Scarf Coco, I'm pretty sure my Aerodactyl just wins now, because he just gave me a ton of damage off on Gren. I want to calc though, how much is Water Shuriken doing? Did we see his ability yet? Was it Purdian earlier? I completely forgot. Came in and did something. I'm pretty sure it was Purdian Ice Beam. So we do get this in safely. I'm just going to click Shuriken. It was Purdian. And hopefully he doesn't go Tangrowth, but I think you just stand right here because you die to hazards. And we can't get swept by Scarf T-Bolt, which is good. So he does give me the knockout, which is great. And you know what? Greninja is actually a win condition too, because if it's not Scarf Coco, it actually can check Coco with Water Shuriken too, because it's taken rocks so many turns now. He goes out into Muck, which I'm just going to go out here into my Landorus, I think. He goes for Pursuit, so Shuriken was the play, but it's fine. I'll go Landorus now. Go ahead and click that. Probably U-turn, I would guess. If he Poison touches my Aerodactyl, though, that would suck. I'm just going to go for Earthquake right here. Because even if he goes Tangrowth, we can deal with it. And I can U-turn out. So he gives me the knockout. Let's see what he wants to bring in. I think he has to go Tapu Koko. Yeah, so he goes Tapu Koko right here. I guess this is where we find out if it's Scarf. I'm going to go Aerodactyl, but the thing is, if he's Scarf HP, pretty sure I have to stay in right here. I'm going to go for Earthquake. He does over-predict and go right for the Thunderbolt, so he really expected my double right there. And that's going to be that, because you turn out now, and he's going to go ahead and forfeit. So, at the end of the day, we don't even know if it's Scarf Coco or not, unless we saw it outspeed something earlier, but I'm not going to go ahead and bother to check that. But we're one win away from the 1600s right now, which is great, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another match right here. Unfortunately, we're fighting another Tyranitar, which means we have to get rid of that before Mew can do some work, but he's probably gonna, maybe he'll throw it away for us, who knows. But if I were him, I'd probably lead off here with my Gliscor, so I'm gonna lead off here with my Greninja. He leads off with Sableye, so he just wants that early Magic Bounce, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go right here for a nice Choice Spec Surf. Should be able to 2-hit KO, and he actually doesn't have very good switch-ins. Even though Rotom resist, it probably takes like 30%, unless it's like some weird Rotom with Assault Vest, but it's probably standard defensive with Defog. So we go for Surf, it does 2-hit KO. He goes right for Recover, that's not going to help you, man. Maybe go just go for Surf again. I mean, if he wants to click Recover a ton of times, that's fine. Goes into Rotom, as I said, that does do over 30. And this gives me my Magearna. I don't want to go Landorus and a Hydro Pump. Goes for Trick, so we get to my Assault... Okay, so speaking of Assault Vest Rotom, we can go right here for the... What do I want to do right here? He's probably going to go for into his Gliscor to get up the rocks. Now that we know he's Assault Vest, that's just kind of annoying. I'm going to Volt. He does go Gliscor. I just wanted to see whether he wanted to choke, but this is actually something Mew can set up on, but we still don't have damage on Tyranitar. So I'm just going to try to trade rocks with him now. If he has Ice Fang, then he has Ice Fang. He actually has Toxic, so he predicted my switch. Good play. I'm just going to get up rocks now. It would be clutch if we could have knocked off the Toxic Orb before we got in. So he goes into Sableye. I knew that was a play, but I really wanted to see whether I could get up rocks right there. So he probably doesn't even have a rocker, unless it's Tyranitar too. I'm going to U-turn out. And just bring in my... This is going to be a really annoying match. I think Aerodactyl's the win condition again. And we probably have to win a... No, it's actually Mega Sableye, and it's regular Alakazam. So I'm going to go right here into my... He's going to click Knockoff. I'm just going to let him knock off Magearna's Choice Scarf, because I actually don't want it on there. Just clicks Recovery, that's fine. And what I'll actually do right now is just double into Mew on the Gliscor. And then I'll double into Greninja on the Tyranitar, just because... He actually just stayed into Toxic. Why would you... Well, this is my win condition, which really sucks because it's Toxic now, but I don't know why he would stay in to do that when I could just Mewnium Z out of there, but I Surf now. He goes Clefable. It does take 53. Let's see if he has Protect or not. Probably does, because we saw leftovers. But if he doesn't, we get a knockout right now, which is great. So he gives us Rotom, which we already... Actually, it's Assault Vest Rotom now. This is not ideal. I wish we had a Healing Wish user. That Grand Double was probably not the smartest idea on my end, but I'm gonna go here into my Lando. Just goes for Hydro Pump and misses, which is cool. I'll U-turn out now. Just because I think you go back to Sableye to prevent the rocks. It's actually faster than me. Oh yeah, because we're defensive Lando, and I guess he has some speed investment on there, yeah. But I go Aerodactyl, and I just Mega Evolve an Edge, I think. It'll hit something pretty hard, and it should be able to knock out AV or Rotom. Goes Gliscor. We do have Ice Fang, so if we connect the Stone Edge, which we're not going to, we would have been able to knock him out with Ice Fang. I'll just go Ice Fang anyway. And yeah, we would have knocked him out with the Stone Edge, but he Toxics me. Yes, probably has Protect too. I'm Stone Edging right here just in case he wants to make a weird switch out, and if we miss it again, then so be it. He just goes Sableye. Hopefully we 2-hit KO. I'm just going to try to go for the crit, I think, because the Aerodactyl only has 2 more switch-ins anyway, so Aerodactyl, okay, you're going to miss. They really need to put like a base 90 or 100 accurate Rock type move in the game sometime soon. I'm going to go for Stone Edge. He just foul plays me, which is honestly better than the Stone Edge, which is honestly better than the Recover, I mean. I think I'm just going to go for a game with Coco now. Yeah. So hopefully we can get the roller right here and go for Surf and knock him out. That would be great. Clef already took damage. Rotom's going to get 2-hit KO'd, so we'll get our Battle Bond, but unfortunately it's not in the circumstances that I wanted it to be in. Well, we might get our Battle Bond. So he gives us Rotom, which, yeah, we'll get 2-hit KO'd, but since we're Toxic, we're not actually doing a lot of damage to him. And actually, the reason his Rotom had so much speed investment is because it was originally Choice Scarf, but he tricked it over to me. I kind of forgot about that, but we get our Battle Bond, so hopefully Greninja at least gets 2 kills right now, which would be great. We do get our Battle Bond form right there, and let's see what he wants to respond with. No matter what he goes out into, we knock it out. So, that's great. He goes T-Tar. I don't think you take a Specs, Battle Bonds, Asker, and Surf, so we'll go ahead and Surf right here. Actually, I think we get 3 knockouts, right? Because we knock out this, assuming we knock out T-Tar. If it's AV, it might live, but other than that, I'm pretty sure we knock out him on after 2, because Clef's in range. I don't think it got recovery. He didn't recover with Sableye, so he sacks off Sableye. And actually, due to the sand, we did not live that, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And just go Tapu Koko, I think. Yeah. Goes to Gliscor. I'll just HP Ice right here. And maybe he'll give me damage on T-Tar, and Mew can win. He does go T-Tar. I'll just Volt out now. He's probably going to Pursuit to get some damage off. This is not over yet. Definitely not. I just need some damage on T-Tar, and then we should be good to go. If we had an Ice-type move on Magearna, I could actually solo the rest of his team too after we get rid of this. But we get some damage off. He didn't Pursuit me. Wait, why did I go Mew? He goes for Stone Edge. That's fine. Mew was definitely not my play, and now I just stay in. I definitely misclicked right there. I meant to go Magearna. I'm going to go Fire Blast anyway. I'm going for... He's actually Scarf Tar. Okay. So now that we know he's Scarf Tar, I'm just going to go out into this. And maybe he'll get to stay in, but I don't think he would ever do that. I'm going to Iron Head right here. Goes Clef. We get a special attack boost, so maybe he'll go Gliscor and we can deal with it. But you'd think your best play is going... He does go Gliscor. We're actually locked into Iron Head because we're Choice Scarf. Why? Okay. So I'm going to go Tapu Koko now. I actually should have switched that turn because he would have still been in range of my attack. Unfortunate. Goes right for Roost. I just HP Ice right here. And then I think I lock myself into... I mean, Mew wasn't going to win anyway because there was no way he was going to give me the damage on T-Tar. He does have Earthquake, and I got a Flare Cannon crit through stuff. I don't even know if Flare Cannon's going to knock out Gliscor, but we're scarfed into it, so we definitely need crits right now. Actually sacks off T-Tar, so I guess he wants to... I don't know why you would do that, because if I crit through your Gliscor even once, then we win. And actually, are you in range now? Because we're scarfed. No, he's actually still faster than us. And crit? Nope. Okay, we're going to Flare Cannon again and just hope for crits, because if we can crit through it, I'm pretty sure... How many power points is this? Okay, we need to crit fast. He's going to outspeed and go first. We need to crit now, actually, and we miss. So, going to go ahead and slash forfeit right there. There was still no way that he was going to give me damage on Tyranitar, so that misclick probably did not matter at the end, but it would have been interesting to see how it played out, but that's alright. I'll be right back with another match. Alright, we got another battle right here. Currently sitting at 2-2. Hopefully we can win this one just so we can end up at a positive record, but pretty much this guy does actually not appreciate our Mew at all. Even though Heatran and Magearna resist, they actually don't do well against +2 Psychic and Terrain. I need to keep my own Magearna healthy just in case it is opposing Shifty or Magearna and not Assault Vest, but I also need to be wary of the Mega Latias. I'm not sure why Mega Latias is not used as much. Its base stats are insane, but I'm going to lead off with the Gran just because we catch a Lando lead. I'm actually just going to switch out into my Landorus right here because I don't want him being His switch in is Magearna if he's not Scarf, and if he is Scarf, then he takes Rocky Helmet damage from U-turn anyway. So that's kind of my thought process. If he makes his weird switch right here, then so be it. He just goes Toxapex actually, so I guess that worked too. But this gives me my... I'm actually going to knock off first. Get rid of those Black Sludge recovery. Gets up a Toxic Spike. Am I willing to just let that stay up? Yeah, probably. Just get up a Rocks right now. He goes out into his Lando. I'll just knock off again. Just because I want to get rid of the things, probably Rocky Helmet or Leftovers. Unless he was Scarf too, but if he's... The only things he can threaten me with are Z move, or he actually opts to just U-turn, so he's taking Rocky Helmet damage. Just don't go back to Toxapex or Lottie, and then we get to knock off another item right now. Which would be great. So since he sees that I'm defensive, maybe he went out into this thinking I was offensive because I clicked knock off. So he's going to give me Magearna's item, unless it's Z move. Which, it's actually Assault Vest, so that's great. And I can just go ahead and do Earthquake right here, just for damage. Goes out into Lottie. I'll just U-turn now. And probably bring in my Magearna. Just because we can Flare Cannon through him. So he does Mega Evolve, tries to Calm Mind up. I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to go right here into my... I can go Gren or Magearna. Magearna's probably the better play because I don't want Gren getting poisoned so early. So I'll just go ahead and Volt Switch out because I think he's going to Roost. Goes for a Reflect type actually, so I'm glad I made the play that I did instead of Flare Cannoning. And now that I know he's Steel Fairy type, what do I threaten him with? I can go... He's Levitating, so I can't hit him with an Earthquake, which is unfortunate. I can go Specs Gren. We're going to have a Roost. This is actually kind of a tricky scenario. Reflect type is kind of clutch. I'm going to go Mew. I'm just going to let it get poisoned. And try to go for game with Aerodactyl instead. But I'm going to Nasty Plot up because I know he's going to Roost. And now I'm just going to Fire Blast through him, I think. He's probably just going to spam Roost, though. I'm going to Nasty Plot up again. And we see that he's outspeeding us, which is interesting. I'm going to Fire Blast now. And hopefully do some work. He clicks Calm Mind again. We need to connect this. We do connect it. And we actually crit through him. That's actually really big. That thing wasn't winning, though, because I had Nasty Plot Mew to 1v1 it. Since it turned Fairy Steel type. So, assuming we hit our Fire Blasts, we would have been able to break through that thing and prevent the sweep. But now our Mew is healthier than probably he wanted it to be. And he actually doesn't have good counters. He has to go... We'll knock out Band Zygarde. He goes Magearna. We knocked off the thing's Assault Vest, so I actually just get to click Fire Blast right here. Doubles to Tran, that's fine. I'll just Genesis Supernova this thing at +4. And hopefully do some work. I should have just Genesis Supernova the Magearna, to be honest. But now he realizes that he doesn't actually have any good switch into this Mewnium Z right now. It might even knock out Tran at +4. That's +4 of what, based in 190 something? 185. Okay, that still is quite a bit. And let's see what he opts to do right now. He has Flash Fire, so he'll probably knock me out with the Fire type move right here. Ideally, he misses Magma Storm. Assuming that's what he has. But he'll probably just Earth Power to put me in range of the 12% from poison, assuming this doesn't knock him out, which it just does. It's insane. And we still only take 12%. So we're +4 under terrain now. And you know what? I'll take that luck because I just got hacked out of the second match. So he goes Magearna now. +4 under terrain without Assault Vest. I think I'm just going to click Psychic. Goes Toxapex. Yeah, I was just clicking Psychic right there. We knock that thing out. And that should be it. He's gonna have to sack off another Mon because he can't extreme speed me under the terrain right now. And Magearna's gonna have to take another 6% when it comes back in, so I think we just got another kill with Psychic. And it's at 68 now, so this should go down to Psychic at +4 since he's not Assault Vest. Sacks off Lando, so he's going for game with his Zygarde. So we get rid of that. And we're still alive, and Psychic Terrain's still up. So we just gotta prevent Zygarde from cleaning up, which is probably not gonna be very hard. I'm not gonna risk Ice Fang misses, I'm probably gonna do it with like Gren or something. But all I gotta do is prevent that from Dragon Dancing. I definitely feel bad about the Lottie thing. Watch this live after all this. That would be something. He's just gonna go ahead and forfeit. So I completely understand that. I would be pretty frustrated, but I'll take that luck, and I'll be right back with another match. Alright, so this shall be our last battle for today. Thankfully we're already sitting at 3-2, so hopefully we can win this and go 4-2, but even if we lose, we'll end up at 3-3, which is a nice neutral record. But I'm not going to make the mistake that I did last time and don't lead off with Coco against the Sableye, so we're going to lead off with Coco. He actually leads off with his own Coco, so of course the time that I don't lead off with another Mon, he doesn't lead off with Sableye, but I don't want Coco taking damage because it actually just kind of cleans late game, and I need it healthy for the Hawlucha, which would 6-0 us otherwise, so I'm going to go AV Magearna right here to probably take a U-turn. Just goes for Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, no way I was letting my Coco take damage right there. And I'll go ahead and Flare Cannon right here in case he wants to go Lando, but he actually just goes Toxapex, which is always the better play. I'm glad to see somebody who actually goes Toxapex. He's probably going to go for Toxic or Toxic Spikes, so I'm just going to go ahead and Volt Switch out. and try to threaten him by getting up a Rocks. Because if he's going to get up Hazards, I want to get up my own before Sableye Mega Evolved. So he does get up a T-Spike, and I can go ahead and get up a Rocks right now since Sableye does not have Magic Bounce yet. So that's always nice. He just goes out into his Lando right here. Not sure what set he is, but I can go ahead and knock off. It'll help me find out whether he's Z-move or not. It's definitely defensive. Oh, it's not. Oh, yeah, same thing as earlier because he doesn't have an item. So he gets up Rocks too. And I guess I just U-turn out now. Mewnium Z, yeah, I didn't need help on this, which is cool. That doesn't knock me out. And we can go ahead and U-turn out of there. And I can go into my Mew now. Yeah, Mew's not looking bad. I would love to get rid of this T-Spec though. But I'm just going to go Mew now. Because it can do work. I do need to Rock Polish just to outspeed Coco. But yeah, we're going to Rock Polish first. Just because it'll help me outspeed stuff. He goes Toxapex, which this probably has Haze. I'm just going to Genesis Supernova. I don't think you have Baneful Bunker. And if you go Sableye, then very good play. But I really want a Nasty Plot, but if he stays in Hazes right here, so yeah, so we get rid of Toxapex, which is, I think, more important right now. We get the first knockout right there, and let's see what he wants to bring in next. I'm still not bringing in my Coco ever, because I need to have it at 88% to take that high jump kick from Hamalucha. So he brings out his Tapu Koko right now. I'll just go for Psychic, damage this guy a little. Did he forget that I was at +2 speed and not +2 attack? So he knocks me out with the poison, but I'll take that. And you know what else is actually looking really threatening right now to him? Mega Aerodactyl. It's actually looking like a big threat. I can go Gren right here and probably click Shuriken and 2-hit KO. But I think I'm going to go Gear now and just click a Volt Switch. I'm actually going to make the Gren play. Just because Shuriken's no drawback. It should, I don't know if it's going to 2-hit KO Sableye, but maybe after Rocks with enough hits. If you can get enough hits, like not 2 hits basically. I could just Surf predicting the Sableye to come in, but if he stays in Dazzling Gleams, that's just not going to help. So we just go Sableye. Hopefully we get enough hits on this. We're doing 11 per hit, and maybe we actually get a crit there. We got all 5 hits and a crit, so all we need is 3 hits now. And not super low rolls, so hopefully we can get this. He does Mega Evolve. He does have Protect, so that just gets me down with some poison, but we might have to get 3 hits now. 4 hits, I mean. The odds are in my favor, I think, because the chances of getting 3 hits is at least 66%, which is the average. And then he's actually going to go hard onto his Hawlucha, which is just win condition. And I don't even think you take 2 specs Shurikens, man. Greninja's doing work right now. 5 hits, then 4. I don't think I've ever gotten this lucky with Shuriken hits, but he might just go for, well actually this is priority, so we knock that guy out, which is cool, and we got our Battle Bond. And we just get to click Shuriken against everything and get kills until Greninja dies. Which is funny, but that should be it. Yeah, he's just going to go ahead and forfeit right there because Greninja was doing the work. I'm glad we got the hits off on Sableye. I don't know why he would bank it on something like that. You probably should have sacked off like your Lando or something and then gone Sableye safely, but I'll go ahead and take that one right there. We end up in the 1600s, which is cool. Sitting at 4-2, and I'm glad the team that we reached top 10 with back in January still can do some work. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Once again, the team is down below in the description in case you guys do want to try it out alongside me, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.